Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Solo Leveling Arise. In today's video, I'm going to share with you guys a beginner's guide that can pretty much help you progress through the game efficiently if you are a brand new player. There are a lot of people who, already played the game and they're already progressing. But if you are, a new player who's never even touched the game before and you're thinking about touching Solo Leveling Arise, hopefully this video can pretty much help you out when you get the game. But anyways, before I get started on the video, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't. I really appreciate it. If you guys are new here on the channel, I have a Discord server, so if you guys are interested in joining, I'll post a server link in the comment section down below so that you guys can join up. But anyways, let's not waste any time and let's go ahead and hop right into the video. All right, so first things first, the number one most important thing is gold coins. Now, I talked about these gold coins on my last video, but I didn't go into too much details. So what are these gold coins? Well, these gold coins, this is basically like your main source of income in this game, besides summoning. This is your main source of income. You're going to use this to pretty much level up your characters, level up their weapon, their skills, and you're also going to use this to level up artifacts as well. So you're using these gold coins for pretty much everything when it comes to leveling up and making your account stronger. So why is this important and why should you guys, be careful with gold coins? Well, when you first get the game, you're going to start off with the starter characters. They're going to give you this character right here alongside with Song, and they're also going to give you Jinho if you pre-registered for the game. If you didn't pre-register, you're just going to start off with these two characters. So a big mistake would be for you to spend all of your gold coins on these two starter characters because one, they're not that good, and number two, you're going to get better units in the future and of course SSR units, so you don't really want to use your gold coins and waste them on characters that you're not going to use in the future. So you want to use your gold coins on characters that you are going to use, and you want to use your gold coins on characters that are actually good. So for example, we have Cha. She is the best SSR character in the entire game, so it's a no-brainer for you to actually use your gold coins on this character, level up her weapons, level up her skills, and on top of that, level up her artifacts. You should do that because she is the best character in the game. But a mistake would be for you to, let's say this character, for example, I already made a video talking about this guy. He's not a really insane SSR unit. So if you were to choose which characters you would want to level up, and if you chose this character over Cha, that would be a huge mistake, and you would pretty much waste all of your gold coins on a character who's not that really good compared to Cha, for example. So gold coins, number one most important thing, make sure that you guys actually use these gold coins wisely. Don't waste them on characters who are not good. Actually, figure out which characters are good. I make multiple videos, and I also made a tier list video talking about which characters are good, so you should watch those videos so you can see which characters are good, and you should use your gold coins on those characters who are meta. So that's like the number one most important thing. It is gold coins. Now the next thing is of course your rate up wish list. So if we come over here to the custom draw, so they're going to give you a wish list, and you can pretty much select which SSR weapons or which SSR characters you want the most on this wish list. So the number one thing that you guys should do is when you start off the game, put these four characters in. I'm going to go ahead and take out these weapons, put in Eva alongside with Choi, and you're going to put in this tank unit alongside with Min. Use this wish list. This wish list is really good because Choi is the best, not the best, but he's literally like the second best DPS unit in the game alongside with Cha. So you want to get this character alongside with Emma as well. Emma is the best support unit for Choi because she can buff fire damage. So you want to get Emma as well. She's amazing, really strong tank unit. Really want to get her. And you also want to get this character as well, Jiwoo. She is an awesome tank unit who can provide shield to your entire team. Really good unit, and you are going to use her long term. And you also want to get Min. Min is literally like the best support in the game. He can buff, he can heal, he can do so many things. You want to get this character. Really nice. So you want to start off with these four characters, and then once you get these four characters, what you should do is every single time you get one of these characters, you switch them out with a weapon. So you're going to start off with no SSRs, of course, but let's say you got Choi or you got Emma. As soon as you get Emma, you're going to take Emma, come to the wish list, take Emma out, and switch Emma with a weapon. Let's say this weapon right here. This is a really nice weapon. So you go ahead and complete it, and that's how you guys should do it. Every single time you get a character on your wish list, switch them over with a weapon, because weapons are really important, because weapons will make the main character stronger. So that's the way that I am doing it. Whenever I get a character on my wish list, I just swap them over with the weapon so that I can use that weapon on the main character. So I'm going to go ahead and reorganize my wish list again. We're going to put Emma back in. We already have Choi, so we're going to go ahead and take out Choi. We're going to take out this character because I have her as well. And then we're going to put these 3 weapons back in. So that's literally like the way you want to organize your wish list. Whenever you get a character, swap them out with a good weapon. And you want to make sure that you pick the right weapon, because some of these weapons aren't really that good. So you want to pick a really good weapon. So that's pretty much all there is to it when it comes to wish lists. Now, another big mistake would be for you to spend all of your essence stones just to get rate up draw tickets. You don't want to exchange essence stones to get rate up draw tickets. You just want to simply save up your essence stones. And the reason why is because, let's say for example, we have an update where there's a bad character in the rate up banner, not even good, not even worth summoning for. Well, if we come over to the custom draw banner, you can just simply use those essence stones to summon for a weapon or a character in the custom draw banner. So using all of your essence stones to trade them over to the rate of draw tickets, it's not a really good choice, because you want to save up these essence stones just in case a rate of draw character is not good and you just want to use your essence stones on the custom banner instead. Now we look at daily missions. Make sure that you guys do your daily missions every single day, because you can literally get in total, I'm including the weekly missions as well, you can get in total 350 essence stones in total. Daily missions and weekly missions. For weekly missions, you can get up to, if I do my math correctly, you can get up to at least 200 essence stones per week, which is honestly pretty good. And then for the daily missions, you can get up to 100 essence stones every single day. So you really want to do your daily missions all the time, because when you progress through the game, once you reach the end game, you're going to lack some essence stones, and it's going to be really hard for you to obtain essence stones through the story, because you already completed the campaign. So all you have left is daily missions or weekly missions. So you want to make sure that you guys do this every single day so that you'll be able to build up those essence stones. Now, when it comes to weapons, so in this game, what I really like is the fact that for the standard characters, you can actually craft their weapon. So you don't really need to summon on a banner to get weapons. That's only, yeah, you don't really need to summon on a banner to get character's weapon. You just simply have to craft it, and that is literally it. So these resources right here, in order for you to, like the materials you need in order for you to craft the weapon, it's not really easy to get these materials. So you should really try to get, you know, a good weapon for, let's say, the character you have. So I'll say the biggest mistake is what I see some people do, they'll craft a weapon and they don't even have the character. You want to make sure that you actually have the character so that you can put that weapon on the character, because most of these weapons, they're only good for, you know, a specific character. For example, this weapon right here, if we look at, actually no, if we look at this weapon right here on a different level, this weapon is literally only good for this character because his skill is included in this weapon. It says when mediation of power is used, increases damage dealt to the target by 5%. So he's the only character, like he's the only person who can actually activate the true potential of this weapon. So putting, you know, weapons on a character who can't even activate the weapon's passive or effect, really bad decision, really bad choice. So you're gonna make sure that whenever you're crafting a weapon, make sure that you actually have the character first, so that you can equip the weapon on the character and like the character can actually use it. So I'll say that's like one of the biggest mistakes I've seen so far, is that some people, they would craft a weapon and they don't even have the character, so the weapon is just sitting there in their inventory not being used. This has to be one of the biggest mistakes you guys don't want to make. So as you guys can see, for the main character, you can equip runes. You can equip runes for the character, and these runes will basically give, you know, the character, the main character, abilities and skills. So we have this level up button right here. Do not press this button. And the reason why is because, as you guys can see, I have a basic skill equipped for the main character, just a basic skill. What you guys want to do is you want to level up these elemental ruins, because you'll be able to deal, elemental damage, which is really good. These basic ruins really don't have any elemental effect, and he won't be able to deal any elemental damage. So you're not really going to gain much from these basic ruin skills, but you are going to gain a lot from these elemental rune skills. So what you should do is you should try to grind, unlock these elemental rune skills, and then you level them up. Don't level up the ones that have no elemental no effects to them, because you're not really going to, it's not like if you were to compare the elemental ruins to the ruins that have no elemental effects, the elemental effects are way stronger, because they can do elemental damage. And let's say the enemy is weak to fire, well, you can use this to deal damage against that boss, and then you can level it up to make it stronger. So you really want to level up the elemental ruins versus the ones that have no elements involved. You can also do the same for multiple runes as well. Now for this one right here, the multi-strike is already, like, I think the basic version art is like a water element type, so you can level that up. But like I said, mostly level up the elemental ruins first, and if you want to level up the basic ones, do that last. Now when we take a look at Encore Missions, this is like your way of getting artifacts. This is how you're going to get artifacts to build your character. Now a big mistake that you guys should be cautious about, like a mistake that you should avoid, is if I come over here, as you guys can see, there's different tiers. So let's say I'm in tier 1 and I have 3 keys in total, and what these keys are, they're basically attempts. So I have 3 attempts daily, and you can literally buy more keys, but I recommend you guys to not buy keys at all. Just wait, just wait for reset in order for you to get more Encore mission keys. But anyways, so let's say I'm in tier 1. So you see this plus button right here. You can basically enhance the reward, and you can increase how much artifacts you get in that tier. Do not, I repeat myself, do not increase the amount of rewards you get if you're in tier 1. Do not do that, because it's just not worth it. I would rather recommend you guys to simply focus on clearing the tiers with just 1 attempt, so that you can move on to the next one, and then you move on to the next one after that. And then once you reach legendary gear, that's when you can start using multiple attempts to get better rewards. So let's say for tier 7, I'm going to go ahead and use 3 Encore keys. I'm not going to do it right now, but I use 3 Encore keys, and as you guys can see, it says reward times 3. So the reward is going to be a lot better, and that's way better than you just using all of your Encore keys on rare artifacts, when you can just simply use it on legendary artifacts. So be careful, don't use all of your Encore keys on lower tier levels. It's not worth it. Now if we take a look at the celebration coin exchange, now this is in the shop, it's in the exchange shop category. Now this is also a mistake, so don't ever use this right here. Don't ever use these platinum commemorative coins to get custom draw tickets. Don't ever do that. What you should do is you should mostly focus on getting rate up draw tickets instead. And the reason why is because you can literally get custom draw tickets. There's so many ways for you to get custom draw tickets. If we come over here to challenges, as you guys can see, you can literally get 10 custom draw tickets every chapter you complete, which is insane. But you can't do that for the limited draw tickets. So never, and I repeat myself, never use the platinum, I forgot, the platinum commemorative, whatever it is, that was, I forgot what it was called, but don't ever use those to get custom draw tickets. It's not worth it. There are so many ways for you to get custom draw tickets. You can get it through the story, you can get it through challenges, so many ways for you to get them. But for rate of draw tickets, it's not really easy to get rate of draw tickets. The only way that you can get rate of draw tickets is by using essence stones, and you can probably complete some achievements, challenges, and whatever, but it's not really easy to get a bunch of rate of draw tickets. So whenever you have 20 of these commemorative coins, only use them for rate up draw tickets. And if you're trying to get some resources, you can do it, but I rather recommend you guys to go for the rate up draw tickets instead, so that you'll be able to, summon for the character that you want. Custom draw tickets, don't use these for custom draw tickets. You can already get custom draw tickets through the story and challenges, and there's so many other game modes where you can actually get custom draw tickets. Now, going back to artifacts, when you're first starting off the game, I highly recommend you guys to not level up artifacts. Don't do it because, like I said, you have to use a ton of gold coins to level them up. So it's better for you guys to save up your gold coins before you start leveling up artifacts. Now, the reason why I leveled up my artifacts is because if we come over here to the event right here, we have a Cha event where you can literally get her weapon for free if you basically level her up. Now, it wasn't for her artifacts, but there was a event. The event is no longer here, but there was an event where you had to level up artifacts, and in order for you, like once you level up, a certain amount of artifacts, you'll be able to get points, and then you're going to get like these tickets in order, and these tickets can pretty much help you craft SSR weapons. So that's like the only time I leveled up, my trash artifacts, is to pretty much get that ticket. But besides that, don't level up your artifacts when you first start off the game. It is not worth it because you're just going to get rare artifacts. So once you reach, once you reach, let's say level 40, like once your characters reach like level 30 or level 40, you're going to start getting some legendary gear. So once you get legendary gear, that's when you want to start leveling up artifacts, and you want to make sure that the substats and of course the main stats are actually good and on the artifact set. Let's say, for example, on Cha, you don't want to level up an artifact that has, let's say, defense percentage, right? That wouldn't make any sense because she doesn't even scale off of defense. You want to level up an artifact, let's say, that has light damage because she is a light damage dealing unit. So make sure that you actually level up artifacts that can actually benefit the character versus, artifacts that don't even benefit the character because you're just wasting your gold. So that's one thing that you guys should keep in mind. Now back to the shop. So as you guys can see, the hunter exclusive weapon design, these are used to pretty much craft your SSR weapons. So you can come over here to the shop, the weapon material shop, and you can literally get these tickets. You can get 2 of these, which is honestly pretty good. But the thing is, in order for you to get the hunter exclusive weapon design, you need to basically salvage SR weapons. And I highly recommend you guys to not salvage SR weapons when you are first starting off. If you're a brand new player and you're starting off the game fresh, do not salvage your SR weapons to get those tickets. And the reason why is because if you're salvaging all of your SR weapons, well, how are you going to make your characters stronger? And they won't be able to deal a lot of damage with just rare weapons. So don't salvage SR weapons for those tickets. Wait for, I would recommend you guys to at least get a decent amount of SSR weapons, and then once you get, multiple copies of the same exact weapon, that's when you want to start salvaging them. Like, let's say, for example, I got this weapon to A5 and I got another copy of the same weapon and I can no longer ascend that weapon. Then that's when you want to start, salvaging them because they're pretty much useless and you're just getting endless copies of the same exact weapon over and over again. That's when you want to start salvaging. But if you're literally a beginner player and you only have SR weapons, do not salvage those SR weapons for those tickets. It will take some time for you to get SSR weapons. Take your time, be patient, grind through the game with the SR weapons, and when you're summoning on a custom draw banner, that's when you're going to get SSR weapons. And the more you get SR and SSR weapons, that's when you're going to start salvaging SR weapons. But like I said, if you are a brand new player, you're fresh into the game, do not sell those SSR weapons or SR weapons for the tickets to craft SSR weapons. It's not worth it. Now we head on over to the story, and as you guys can see, you can literally get 4 custom draw tickets per chapter. And the way that you can get 4 custom draw tickets is if, number 1, you complete all of the stages in that chapter, and number 2, you complete the battle missions in every single stage. So it says right here 11% clear. So if you clear all of these stages, you're going to get 2 custom draw tickets, but you can also get 2 more if you clear all of the battle missions in that chapter. So whenever you're going through each chapter in the story, always try to complete battle missions along the way so that you'll be able to get 4 custom draw tickets every single chapter you complete. It's really nice, and you'll be able to do a lot of summons. And another thing to point out is whenever you get rewards in your mail, like whenever you check your mail and you have rewards, don't let it stay in your mail for a long period of time. Immediately claim it. And the reason why is because, as you guys can see, there is literally a countdown to the 3,000 essence stones that they gave us today. They gave us 3,000 essence stones today, which is honestly really nice, because this is like the #1 game on the App Store. We got like 10 million downloads, which is absolutely crazy. So this 3,000 essence stone is going to last for 6 days and 19 hours. After this, after the 6 days and 19 hours are up, I can no longer claim these 3,000 essence stones. So make sure that whenever you see rewards in your mail, always claim them, because they will expire. So I'm going to go ahead and claim this right here, claim the 3,000 essence stones. There it is. Now, when we take a look at my inventory throughout the game, we're going to get some of these resources. So if I check some of these, melding cube selection chests. So what you guys want to do is don't ever try to, claim all of these things at once. So if I click use right here, they're going to give you an option. You can basically choose which melding cube you want to pick. So don't just blindlessly, pick whichever one you want. Don't do that. What you should do is you should basically keep these chests in your backpack. And if you're trying to level up a character's weapon, because when I come back over here to weapons, let's say this weapon, for example, right? We click the ascension right here. As you guys can see, you need the melding cubes to basically ascend your weapon to the next level, basically ascend the limit break. So don't try to blindlessly consume that melding cube chest, because you're just gonna, you're not gonna be able to level up all of your weapons. So only use this chest right here. Only use this when you're about to level up a weapon. Like, let's say your weapon is level 40 out of 40 and you need melding cubes to ascend it to the next limit break tier. That's when you want to use the melding cube selection chest. That's when you want to use it. And the fact that I have 10, I'll be able to automatically consume these melding cubes and I'll be able to ascend my weapon. So keep these stored in your backpack and only use them when you're leveling up a weapon. And last but not least, we have the gacha system. So if you are, of course, a beginner player and you're just now starting off the game, go for this character. She is absolutely broken, the best character in the game so far. And the fact that you can get her weapon for free, she's just absolutely cracked. So there's 14 days left, and if you still don't have soul leveling Arise, but you're thinking about getting the game, you have 14 days to get the game and get this character. Because if you don't get this character, I feel like that is a huge mistake, especially if you're interested in this game. So you guys should definitely get started immediately before her banner goes away. And if you're thinking about getting Cha versus Silvermane, go for Cha instead. Silvermane, he's mostly for like boss units. So mostly go for Cha, the fact that you can literally get her weapon for free. So this unit absolutely busted. Best unit in the game so far. So that's pretty much all I have for you guys in this beginners video. Hopefully it was able to help you guys out. And yeah, so far really enjoying soul leveling Arise, and I definitely recommend you guys to check this game out if you are still thinking about playing this game. It's a really fun game and you'll really enjoy it. But anyways, I'll be ending the video at that. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't. I really appreciate it, and I'll be catching you guys on the next one. Peace.